Followed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mariota hands to Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
First down, Titans.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
First down, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. In the face. Mike's 5-4.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They're running. Ingram. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And the Titans first down.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Single. Watch 14. Watch. One. And tag. 48 Mike. 48 Mike.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 38 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And an alley to run.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 35 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here we go, D. Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone,
Now Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Brett Kern in punt formation.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure gets to him again. Jarrell Casey. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Mariota to throw it. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. And Walker has it. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, pick your game up. Right there, 54, right there.
Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 64 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double time. Even. 4 down. Even. 48.
Again, it's Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the screen.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And caught by Henry. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Mariota. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch the screen.
Jackson going to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Where are they
First down in Tennessee.
Get away from him. Check 15.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know you feel it.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. With it is Brown. Nifty move. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The quick feet by Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They run, it's Mark Ingram, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Yeah, 50 on the base. 55. Watch the curve. Boom. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Let's go, defense.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check nine, check nine. Where are they, team?
After the penalty, it's Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Check pass, check pass. Check safety, check safety.
And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. And he whips that one incomplete there. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey. Ready. Watch it. Ready, go. Bring it. Go. 55. Right there. Ready, go. I got one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go. Come on.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 18-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 38-yard attempt.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Buccaneers have just extended their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.